Hello everybody, and I want to welcome everyone to another episode of the Booze Geek. My name is Chuck, I am your host. What do we have on tap for you today? Well, today we are going to be tasting and reviewing a beer from Stone Brewing. So the beer we're going to be tasting, it was initially brewed in 2007. It was a limited release, and it was brewed for their 11th anniversary, way back when, all those years ago. And then they may have brewed it in limited amounts between 2007 and 2015, because in 2015, the beer was ultimately, it was shelved, it was done, it was retired, wrapped up, thrown into the closet, finito. However, over the last 6 years, due to popular demand, a few months ago, they re-released the beer. So once again, here we go. But this is their Sublimely Self-Righteous Black IPA. So I guess you could say it's a new beer, but it's kind of not a new beer. But I'm going to say it's a new beer because I've never had it. And I'm really curious to try it. Why not? Popular demand. Hey, people want it. It must be good, right? Or we hope. So this is a black IPA. This beer has a really nice ABV of 8.7%. And it's got a really, really nice IBU of 90. And it's made with 3 different types of hops, which are Amarillo, Chinook, and number 3 is Simcoe. So, hey, I'm going to get the craziness started, and I'm going to get the brew flowing. Let's crack the top on this bad boy, because I really want to taste this new but old but new again beer. Here we go. Get the trusty bottle opener. There we go. Oh, a little bit of smoke there. Just a little bit of smoke. Pour a little bit here into this nice little small snifter glass. Okay. Ooh. Well, it's not jet black, but it's a black dark beer. But there is a hint of a reddish hue on there. Not sure if you can see that on camera, but a hint of a reddish hue. And we got about just about a half a finger veil of almost just, it's not even dark enough to be a khaki. It's just an off-white veil of carbonation. Maybe just a little darker than off-white, but I'm not saying it's khaki because it's not. But I'm going to swirl this around. I'm going to get these aromas moving here. And let's give this bad boy a nose. Let's see what we got going on here. This new but new goodie, or old goodie, or new but old be goodie. Maybe it says an oldie goodie, or a newbie goodie. I don't know, but here we go. Okay, maybe I'll get this one to open up just a little bit more here. Okay, well, we got some, expected flavors, expected aromas and some unexpected aromas. Now, there is a little bit of dark chocolate, and there's a little bit of milk chocolate, but, there's some citrus coming through, a little bit of orange, slight hint of raspberry, and but there is some pine notes coming through and a little bit of earthiness. Yeah, let me get one more little swirl here. Let's get a sippy sip and a little taste going. Okay, well, that's not what I was expecting from the nose. Not at all. Not at all. Well, it's a medium-bodied beer, but it does feel a little creamier. I mean, the carbonation froth was really creamy. It had some nice lacing. Let me give this one more sip here, because there's some flavors in here I did not expect. So, for a dark beer like this, one would think that, hey, some staple flavors should be chocolate or coffee or things like that, But while I'm going to say there is some chocolate, a little bit, there is some coffee, a little bit. But honestly, it is still an IPA. And what I'm getting on the palate, first and foremost, pine and pine resin. It's very, it's cutting through everything else. The pine resin is number one. with a little bit of earthiness on top of that. But then it tapers off in the middle. There is some slight coffee. There is some slight chocolate. I'm going to say a bitter chocolate in this case. But on the back end, if I'm correct, it is rounded out. There is a very slight caramel sweetness kind of masquerading around everything else. Yeah, this is, I do like this beer because it's really not what I was expecting. And I said, a lot of times you see a dark beer like this, you're thinking staple aromas or staple flavors, like the coffee, like the chocolate, but while they're there and they're present, it's not the number one and the number two. It's the pine resin, the earthiness. Give this one more sip. And now that it's opened up a little more, I'm even starting to get a little hints of some star anise or some black licorice in this too. Very interesting beer though. I gotta admit, I'm gonna give this a solid 8. You know why? Yeah, I'm gonna give this a solid 8. I'm gonna stick with that. While I do like it, I like the uniqueness of it. Some of the flavors, I don't think they're blending very well. The pininess and the pine resin is kind of not working with me with the chocolate and the coffee, which, they work really well together. Not that it's bad, because I said it is really unique nose, really unique flavor. But while I like it, I think they're having some problems kind of meshing with each other. But either way, man, re-release of a beer, job well done. I'm really digging this. I'm giving it an 8. I'm going to stick with that. And on that note, I want to thank everyone for tuning into this episode. As always, you can follow me at the website, which is www.pubshaveapinted.com, or at the blog, www.pubshaveapinted.blogspot.com. And if you're new to the channel, please give us a thumbs up. Maybe hit the subscribe button. No, definitely hit the subscribe button. And maybe leave a comment down below if you feel so inclined. On that note, we will see you on the next episode. So as always, raise a pint. Cheers, Prost, and enjoy!